Yo, what's up, Thursday night peoples? Flying solo today, which, as you know, means that this goes fast and I get things wrong, so please correct me in chat when I get things wrong. Alright, everybody, it is February 29th of 2024. Happy Lethal Leap Year. I'm excited to watch Southpaw Wrestling. Anyway, this is Vibrating Sheep, and this is Granblue Radio number 358. Heart of the Sun has started. We'll talk about this event when people get back. I hope you're enjoying it. This is just the intro, though, so we'll see what happens. They're doing some unique things with this one. Uh, so for those of you who are watching this, what's your journey look like? Here's mine. Day of departure, 2015. 3,000 days logged into this game. None of these should be of any surprise to you. Anyway, so yeah, here it is, right after Follow the Dragon. I actually got to the very end of Follow the Dragon is when I joined. So I remember having an incomplete Melinda when I started this game, and I wanted to change that to Dark Tank because Dark Tank was a dire situation for a long time. Same with Fire Tank a little bit. Anyway, enough about that. There's a couple of things that we need to get to. So let's just go straight to new characters because yeah, let's cover that and then we'll get to the fun part. I have a little surprise at the end of this one today. A little fun activity for us. So first things first, let me just use this draw ticket real quick. Come on, come on. Yeah, okay, that's fair. All right. So we have side games going for the throat because after we got the original Grand Sandalphon, who is Fantasy Sandalphon, we get the real version of modern version of Sandalphon, the actual Supreme Primarch, and not the adolescent rage version of him. And here are the ways that they're going for the throat. Number one, he's the one who has the Primarch passive. Of course he is. He's got Light, Thunder, Zion, and Night Code 20% boost for existing on your team. The other thing that they did is here's the FS. This thing is insane as a weapon. It's not just the Exalto. It's not just crit, but it is also the amp to crit. I don't have full numbers on how this works, on how many you need with single Zeus in order to get this to 100% crit and the amplifying boost. But yeah, that weapon is insane. I currently am playing Magnolite still, so you know this isn't necessarily for me, but I recognize power when I see it. So onto the actual character. The rest of the character is also really good. What we do is you look at the fact that these cooldowns are 13 turns. They get shorter when he levels. So the actual numbers on this are, let's see here. It's 12 turns and 7 turns for these two. And so the Supreme Wings effect here on Entrusted Resolve, it lasts 4 turns. However, up here, his CA Paradise Lost extends that by 2. So your goal is to keep this permanent because while they have Supreme Wings, you get a 20% Chaser, a 30% defense boost, which, 30% is not that great by modern standards, but if you can keep it permanent, then, it's permanent. And every turn you reduce debuff durations by 1 turn, which is a powerful modern effect, especially in V2. And then if you have the Lucent Refuge, then you also get full dodge for that turn. So the 12 turn length, you're trying to extend it long enough over the course of the next, 4 turns, you need Sandalphon to CA 3 times, 4 times in order to get this thing permanent, basically. And yeah, it's not that hard. Especially since, hey, look, here's a CA reactivate on him. He gets to push it himself. It's ready in 12 turns, but when the caster has an effect that restores HP every turn, aka when you summon Lucifer, then you reduce the cooldown of this standby, so it's actually a 6 turn most of the time. Summon Lucifer, um, have some kind of like refresh from something else. It is also, this is kind of hilarious because you also get to get it's like the opposite of how the other Grand Sandalphon works, where he can't be healed. So that's fun. Um, the the whole thing is here that yeah, you CA twice, you get the Lucent Refuge. While that Lucent Refuge is up, here we go. You get the following things. He gets 30% damage reduction, dispel cancel, like just permanent dispel cancel. If he already has it when he presses this, then he heals himself for 10,000. So, yeah, that's Along in Heaven. Here's Righteous Deed. He attacks out of turn to give himself even quicker access to his CA. It then also does a 10% attack down, 10% defense down, stacking up to 40%. And it also removes a buff. While he's got Supreme Wings, this first one, he gets to cast it again. He just gets to double cast it. Because why not? He gets to double dispel. Also, while he's got those Supreme Wings, oh yeah, that's right. You don't even need to. I forgot. You don't even need to summon Lucifer because Along in Heaven, when he CAs, gives him that Revitalize. That's for 3 turns, I think. Yeah, it's 3 turns. So he really just feeds it to himself. The Lucifer's only there for when this is down. Good lord, what a character. Anyway, so here's the other thing that happens while Supreme Wings is there. He always triple attacks. And when he has both buffs, Supreme Wings and Lucent Refuge, then he has 4-hit Flurry. 4-hit Flurry. You thought that 3-hit Flurry was big? Nah, we're up to 4. Yeah, this is cracked out. Unsurprisingly, they really wanted blood with Sandalphon for the 10th anniversary character. So you can't go wrong with this one if you decide to be in light. That's all. That's all there's to say about this character. They gave him everything. Well, not everything. Close to everything. Alright. Next up, though, here are some fun characters. We're going to Richard because Richard is the definition of fun. Because holy cow, they went nuts on this one. So here's the thing about Richard. You want to get 2 chips. 10 chips if you can. Because when he has 10 chips, all Wind Allies get Flurry. How do you get to 10 chips? You play poker. Your number of chips increases based on the hand you get when you play poker. When you get no pair hands, then you lose chips. When you get a royal straight flush, he gets assassin. And this whole thing is what, a 1-turn cooldown? It is a 1-turn cooldown. So you just can keep hitting this button. And the numbers based on the number of chips he's got. So based on how many chips he has, he gives a boost to Wind Allies multi-attack. He gives a bonus wind damage passively, and a supplement. So here's the thing, is that for each of these, it's 10%. So at 10 chips, he gives 100% double attack, 100% triple attack. He gives 100% chaser when he's at 10. And for every level, he gets 5,000 supplement to everybody, along with that 2-hit flurry. So he can give up to 50,000 flurry at 10 chips. He can, do it twice because everybody's flurrying. And so, yeah, the thing is, uh, oh jeez, there's so many other things going on here. It's so funny. So you want to get to 10 chips, and then, yeah, I believe where's the, losing? Let's see. How does he lose chips again? Remind me. He loses chips over time, doesn't he? When he has 10. Or is it just hard to get to 10? Raises luck to 3 at level 3. He resets the luck level, and he always gets a strong hand when he gets to the luck level 3. Does he work like Wind Therese? He works with Wind Therese. That's the whole point. That is what you're supposed to be doing. So yeah, you're trying to get to 10 chips. You need to be able like when you get to those 10 chips, he gets maximum hits on his gaudy shooting. When he has 5 or more chips, he gets the CA that also casts gaudy shooting. And the numbers on gaudy shooting are pretty decent-ish. It's 160k per hit, but it's 5 hits, and you're in wind, so you're supplementing that a lot. And when you get to 15 hits at 10 chips, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Like, that's why this has a 9-turn cooldown, is because you're supposed to trigger it by getting the high chips and doing game over. This ready to bet is basically there to build a seed to him. It eats 30 of his meter to give him a chip when he's at 0 to 3. Yeah, he's trying so hard to get to 10 chips. And his hands, you want to do Lady Luck smiling at me to raise his luck. You hit Thrilling Bet with high luck, and he draws a strong hand for that one. Like, it'll take a while to get there, because Thrilling Bet is super unreliable, and you can hit it once a turn until he's got Lady Luck. But, like, this is just too funny. It's like, oh, I've got to do this 60-hit Novan real quick. Let me play poker. Oh, it's so funny. Thank you, Richard, for joining Loin as the SSR, who has serious chops, but the work to get there is so funny that you just don't mind. But yeah, you don't mind the amount of work that you need to get there because it's just funny. You know what you're getting into with this guy. You got to play poker for a lot of hands to get to 10 chips. Oh boy. I guess he doesn't lose chips once he's got them. It's only when you draw this hand. Oh, it's because the chips last 2 turns in the first place. I think it looks like. Yeah. They have a 2-turn duration on the chips themselves. So you have to keep rolling. You have to keep playing poker. This is great for Balatro. Balatro just came out. You're like, oh, I just can't get enough of playing poker. Let's just play Riz Richard. There it is. I found it. I found it eventually, guys. It lasts 2 turns naturally. So even if you get to 10 chips, you'll get 2 turns of 2-hit flurry on your entire team, which it's a much less reliable hoop to jump through than the one you get for Aladon's 1 turn of 2-hit flurry. Oh, I'm tearing up just thinking about this. It's so funny. Alright, and the last character that we have on here is a character with an extremely unique condition. So here's the thing about Sabrina. This is the first time we've done this outside of an event. Sabrina joins the party with all skills available, The Fate episode that unlocks once Sabrina reaches level 45 includes spoilers for Heart of the Sun, so you will not be able to read those fates until March 12th, which is the ending. People are speculating on what this means for her fiance Cedric. Uh, in her banner, it says that she swings her sword uh, for love. Who knows what this means? I refuse to speculate on this. But here's what she actually does. So in story, she's supposed to be super fast. Like it takes Sandalphon to explain to you that she hit somebody 3 times in basically less than a second. How does this work? So number one, she dodges all when she CAs. Okay. What the point of this is she wants to be at full health all the time. She really wants to be at full health all the time because if she has full HP, she gets 20% Earth Chaser and a guaranteed triple attack for that turn. And other things that she gets when she's at full HP. Here's Fierce Cleave. When she attacks with full HP, she'll give a 630k nuke and a 25% attack down, defense down. It lasts 2 turns, it looks like. Yeah, and it's local, so it's as strong as Miserable Mist, and it just happens when she swings. The things that are existing there to keep her at full health. So here's a dodge encounter for 4 hits, 3 turns. She gives herself debuff immunity, and she gives herself refresh to try and get back to full health if she's not already there. It's not revitalize. It's very specific about this. So if she's already at full health, it doesn't do anything. And, it's a 1500 refresh a turn. It's going to do very little to get her back to full health. And then here's Renewed Vigor, which is it gives her double strike, and it has a, let's see here, 10 turn cooldown. The first time she casts it, it's an actual 10 turn cooldown, but every time she doesn't take damage, so on a turn that she CAs where she dodges all, on a turn where these sharp reflexes save her, that she gets a 2-turn cut to it, and then on the second cast and on, this is a triple strike button and not a double strike button. So as long as she stays at exactly full HP, so you protect her with someone like a Paris or something like that, and you just make sure that she has the lowest HP, so Paris auto subs for her, something like that, then she does pretty crazy damage. She gets to take a lethal hit without being knocked out, in case she gets a beating, and when she goes into the red, she goes to full HP again. She removes all of her debuffs, and her skills all come back. And since she's at full HP, barring strong armed, then she gets the full effect of the attack when she has full HP. So she triple strikes. She does a nuke after each of those triple strikes, and she gives herself another few turns of dodge, and she also dodges all very likely. So that's the quest. If you fulfill the quest, she does a whole lot. It's pretty funny. Is this the big deal banner? Is this the bait before the real banner? This is one of the big banners. Last year, this was Luo. Luo was definitely big. There is, like, as much as people made noise about Luo not being good, he's really good. What'll happen after this is that there will be a summer rerun in March. So it'll be Swimsuit and Yukata returns. So it just depends on which one you're looking for. If you're going for light, this is nearly required in order to be playing super top end light at the moment. Sandalphon is not negotiable. He is one of the best characters in the element. He has the best weapon in the element, and even if you don't use him in front, he has the put me in the back passive. And he just has crazy good hard mode skills. So yeah, that is what we have. We have Heart of the Sun Part 2 coming out on the 5th, and Heart of the Sun Part 3 coming out on the 12th.